Hey, welcome back to Top Agent Training. I'm Kurt. If this is your first training, nice to meet you. Otherwise, welcome back. And we're just going to talk really briefly about, as inspectors, what we do with doors and windows. So what most states' SOPs and the NACHI SOP says is that we should operate a representative number of doors and windows. So obviously, we are not going to operate anything that's blocked. We're not going to move couches. We're not going to move dressers and beds and furniture. If somebody has like an excessive amount of personal property that we can't get off the doors, we don't operate that. It's just common sense. This is somebody else's house. We're not going to go rifling through the things, moving things around. So the thing to really take away from that is if you are helping your buyer buy a house that has a lot of personal property in there, that last final walkthrough becomes a lot more important because you'll be able to see a lot of things that we couldn't see on the day of the inspection. So what we're looking for is damage, deterioration, not operating properly, broken windows, when you have a double pane window and the seals broke, sliding glass doors. We're also looking at we're looking on the exterior, the interior. The door to the garage should auto close. It should be a solid door for fire. Those are both fire prevention reasons. Just so you know what the rule is, it should, if you open the door halfway, it should close and latch by itself with the little hinges there. Same thing with the garage door. We include a video of the garage door operating, check the safety sensor of the garage door. Those safety sensors aren't too high off the ground. Again, we're just going to operate as much as we possibly can, make sure there's no deterioration and all the doors or windows are acting properly. The thing I'll add to this is sometimes, like what we actually do is, this can potentially go into two places, okay? We have a doors and windows section because that all kind of gets fixed by the same people. But we actually include doors and windows in some of the interior stuff. So if we're starting to see structural symptoms like drainage issues, water not being moved away from the house, maybe the foundation's damaged, maybe it's excessive settling cracks, and then on top of that, the doors and the windows aren't operating properly, that may all be bundled up into what's becoming a structural problem rather than just a door that's damaged or broke. And the last thing that I'll say is, windows are expensive. If you have a window salesperson in your house and you have an average size house, you're talking about like $12,000, $14,000 and up to quote for them being all removed. So remember this as you're, helping your clients buy older homes, 1970s, 1980s. I mean, if you had a car from 1970s, 1980s and one of the windows didn't work, that wouldn't be the most abnormal thing. So just keep that in mind as you're helping your clients buy those older homes. They're not great in efficiency. They might not be working right. And if it's earlier than 1978, before you go replace them, you actually need to check around all the windows for lead paint. So one more consideration. Okay, that's it for doors and windows. We'll see you on the next training.